So in today class, we will discuss about what is Sdlc life cycle and what is Stlc and what are the different kind of methodologies we have. All the things we will discuss. So please don't mind. I hope all these things are very um known things, and it was very already, as you are working in some organizations, all these things. So this theory part I will just speed up very fast, and whenever we are entering to the actual J meter and the correlations, all the things, I will slow down. Okay. So in yesterday, just we have discussed very basic things, right? So today I would like to talk about Sdlc life cycle. As you all know that Sdlc means software development life cycle. So to develop or to implement any software or project or any application, definitely they will follow, every organization will follow Sdlc life cycle. So why means every organization should expect some quality, right? Every customer also will expect some quality. So to get client expected quality means we have to follow the Stlc phases. So these are all the 7 phases we have. So I would like to explain with the real time example. So to construct a building, right? To construct any building, definitely there might be some phases will be there, right? Some requirements will be there, and some designing part will be, some construction will be there, and some we will try to test also. So we will try to once the building construction was done, we will try to release that, right? To lease or rent. So this is called some, you can compare it with real time scenario, that is a building construction. So to construct a building, first of all, what we have to do, we need to make a rough order, right? How many workers and how much time we need and who is needed, and what is, where should be actual our requirement. All the things will be comes in the phase 1. Same way in their software development life cycle also, so they will, the developers or the customer also will make the rough order. Like what is the project development, what is the estimation, how many days it will went off, all the things will come, like it's kind of architecture. So that will be done in the phase 1. Once they will make an architecture, rough order, estimations, everything, they will start planning or gathering the requirements. As you all know that the requirement gathering means, like, how many project, how, what is the, like, functional requirements, what is the technical, like what is the tools, or what is the hardware, what is CPU, memory, all the things will comes into the picture. Like how statement of the work means, like we are trying to do the POC and we need to showcase them with the client. So the client will sign off, okay, we will agree this project and this much amount will be agreed. So that will comes under the requirement planning. And coming to design phase means actual design will happen. If I compare with this requirement gathering and designing in the construction means, requirements means how much sand, how much cement, what is the customers needed, how many customers or how many employees are needed to construct them. All the things will comes under requirements. And the designing phase means, like, here the civil engineer will comes, they will start designing our plan, right? So this is the 2 BHK, this is the facing, all the things will design it. So same way here we will start implementing our actual application. Okay, means the project development, designing will start here. After that the construction will happen. Once we designing, the construction will be happens here. Okay, so in this construction, like the development of the code will happen. Okay, so like actual, once they identify the technology, once they identify tools, once they identify everything, then start constructing the building. Same way, once we got the requirements, they will start constructing the building, right? Same way here also, we will start implementing the code. Once the coding part, everything will be done in this construction phase only. Once this is done, we are entering into the testing, right? So this phase 5 is our main, whatever we are going to talk about day to day, right? So testing is our main phase, 5th phase. Okay, so in this testing phase, actual, like we are having lot of kind of testings, but out of those many testings, we are trying to we are trying to include performance, right? Again, testings are of two types: functional testing, non-functional. Everyone know, right? So those things in coming slides I will explain in detail. So in this testing phase, like we have like system testing, integration, security, performance, automation, manual, lot of testings we have. So once building is constructed, what we will do, we will try to test it, right? Okay, we will put a water and okay, how it is, the pillars are strong or weak. All the things comes under the testing, right? And once the testing was completed, the product or that feature will be released into the market. Okay, so that feature will be market means in the live, in the web. Okay, so where the customer can access easily. So based on that product release, yes, we can conclude that these features was completed. Okay. So is there any changes we will have? Means again, we can come, we will release it into the next release. I mean, it is a cycle. Is there any changes or any mistakes we have done? It will again go to the phase 1. We will again start it and we will again keep on implementing the features again and again. So this will comes under the complete Sdlc phases. Any doubts in this Sdlc phases? If you have any doubts, please ask me now itself. Okay. Once Sdlc development was completed, it will comes for testing. Okay, so we can call it as a software testing life cycle. So here software testing life cycle also again the same model we have, like first of all we need to do the POC, next NFR we will collect the requirements, right? All the requirements once we collected, we will try to planning our test. Okay, once we plan our test, we will create the scenarios, we will run the environment setup will happens, we will run the test cases will be closed. Means all these things in practically it will happen. No need to worry about that. Okay. So we are having two types of testings. One is functional and another one is non-functional. You are not getting the sound, voice?
We can able to hear you.
No, we are able to hear you.
Yeah, we are getting.
Okay, maybe some people having some issue. Okay. So these are of two types. One is functional testing or non-functional testing. Okay. Functional testing means like after the development, it will goes to functionality testing only. I will explain the difference between functional and non-functional. Okay. See, car is there. Okay, car. So you can consider a new car. So if you go to the showroom, what you will check? Functionality. Functionality means, yes, the door is properly opening or closing. Tires was properly fixed or not. Right? If you are putting the brake, the car is moving means the functionality is not properly fixed. Right? So you have to check all the functionality. In functional testing also, manual you have, automation you have, right? So what is manual? Manual means simple, positive and negative cases. For example, I'm opening the door and I'm closing the door, right? It is while I'm trying to opening the door is closing means it is not properly working. So we are checking all the functionalities. Same time, you are started turning on the car. So how it is awning or it is not awning? You are trying to moving. It is moving or not. All these things will be considered in the functional test. Okay. Non-functional means once you starting the car, once it starts moving, in 1 hour, how many kilometers it's moving? Okay. What is the mileage? They are saying like whoever implemented the car, they said this car in per kilometer, okay, per kilometer, this much speed it's moving. You can consider. Okay, it is not moving. Then what is the reason? Next, by doing the performance testing, we have to identify those things. Okay, if you are putting the reverse gear, how fast in the reverse car is moving? Okay, next, if we are putting the load, means we are trying to sitting more than 4 people or 5 people. Is car how fast it is moving? Normally, with the driver, okay, only with the driver, you can consider in 1 hour 40 kilometers it's going. Okay, 1 hour 40 kilometers. If the load is there, 5 people and luggage, something is there in the car. So in same 1 hour, 40 kilometers it's moving on or it is moving less. If it is moving less, then what is the reason? So this is the real-time practical example. Maybe Harika, this is from your end, issue is from your end. I hope everyone is listening my voice, right? Okay.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
We can able to hear.
Yeah. So this is about functional testing, right? In the functional testing also lot of testings we have. Security. Security means like we are trying to locking the door, right? So child lock will be there. So all the things are properly working or not for security reasons. So we can consider all these type of testings as a non-functional testings. But for in this training, I am going to talk only about the performance testing. Okay, so performance testing is a non-functional testing. This is a very, very important thing you have to remember. Okay, and in this also, as I said, we are trying to check how speed the application is. Let me show you the real-time example so that you will get to understand. Next, we will enter into the Sdlc. Okay, so for example, you can take any Flipkart. Okay, just you are entered like this. Okay, so if you are clicking all the things, right? For example, I would like to click on fashion. So just or else I would like to click on some electronics, Realme mobile. Okay, so when I'm trying to clicking on that category, how fast the page is opening? How speed? Okay, how speed the page is open? For example, you are trying to buy this mobile. Okay. When you click on the mobile, the page is keep on loading. Continuously page is loading and loading. Then what is the use? No customer will use that application, right? So that is the reason we are trying to do the performance testing and we will decide. Okay. For this Flipkart application to buy the mobiles, okay, how much load you can able to handle. How much load or how many users can try to buy this application same time. 1,000 users, 2,000 users, we will check, we will run our test executions and we will tell them. So everyone clear, right? What is the performance testing and why we are going to do?
Means performance testing means it is in depth, right?
Yes.
Like we are testing in depth, but
Yes.
no, functional means it's just externally.
Just externally, correct.
Okay.
In depth in the sense, how speed the application means when we are trying to buy, clicking on mobile, page is opening slow or fast. Okay, if it is opening slow, then why it is opening slow? Any reason? Definitely there might be a reason will be there, right? So all the things we will try to decide.
Okay.
Why it something is happened. Let me close it and open it. I hope everyone is cleared about Sdlc and Stlc, right? So let me talk about methodologies. I don't want to, just if you want theory means just you can go through the slides. Okay. But I don't want to explain all this theory part. Okay. So practically I will explain so that you can easily remember. So, and coming to the next topic, this Sdlc methodologies, this is very, very important. Okay. So every organization, not only the small or bigger, any organization you can take. Okay. Every organization will follow some kind of methodologies or some kind of models. Okay, so we have different kind of methodologies or models. We can call it as a SDLC methodologies. Okay, so one is waterfall, iterative, spiral, agile, big model, and big bang model. So this agile model nowadays all the organizations are following agile model. Okay, before that agile model, every organization is following waterfall and V model. Okay, waterfall and wing model. Just in one word, I would like to explain about waterfall and wing model. Waterfall means very simple. The meaning itself, falling the water from the fountain. Okay, from the top to bottom. So whatever the phases we have, requirements, designing, developing, testing, deploying, all the things with different phases we have already discussed, right? All these phases will be coming from top to bottom. Okay. Once requirement gathering is completed, then only designing will happen. Once designing is completed, then only the developer will start writing the code. Once the coding is completed, it will comes to testing. Once testing is completed, it will enter into the production. Once production is done, again it will come to the maintenance. So it will depends. I mean, dependency is there. If first one is done, then only second is starting. Second is done, then only third one will start. So this is how the waterfall model will be. Okay. And another important thing I would like to tell you. Okay. The drawback is the customer or the client should be wait till this complete project is developed. Okay, for example, MS Word you can take, MS Word or Excel or anything you can take. Okay, so to develop that Excel or MS Word, how much time it will take? You know, right? Obviously, 2 years, 3 years, you can consider 5 years. To develop Excel, it will take 5 years. So we need to wait 5 years. The client need to wait 5 years to complete that whole Excel, and that will be released into the market. It is very longer time. The client also need to wait that many days. That is the drawback of the waterfall. Even V model also same. Even V model also same. But in the agile model, it is not like that. The complete Excel project is divided into pieces. First, they will start developing, opening the page, right? Once they open the page, they will release into the market. Okay, this is how the Excel will be. In the next release, in the next build, they will add some features and give it to us. Okay, the features are additional. Even the WhatsApp, everything, every time we are getting updates, right? Even the Android mobile also getting update. Definitely, if you are updating, definitely few features is additionally added. Same like this, same that kind of thing. Agile model is the same, it will follow. Means the customer or the end user no need to wait longer time. Okay, every 2 weeks or every 1 month, small things we will add it and we will release into the market. So that everyone aware that, okay, this application is also there in the market, right? So that is the reason agile methodologies came into the market with very high demand. Coming to the V model, same. In the V model, the drawback will be something like same time requirement. Even developer starts gathering the requirement, testers is also gathering the requirements. Okay, developer starting that planning the test plan, testers is also starting the test plan. So developers are starting designing, testers is also starting their designing their test cases. What will happen here is, if any code or anything will be changed in the developers was changed, definitely the testers should change that things. So to avoid that all the stuff, what we have to do is just simply nowadays the organizations not using this V model and waterfall model. Right? So in the V model or waterfall model, what will happen? The whole complete project implements, we have to wait it. But here, no need. No need to wait at all. Okay. So this is about waterfall and V model. Any doubts in the waterfall model and V model? Please let me know. No doubts? Okay. Agile methodology. So everyone should carefully listen agile methodology as it is very important. Very important. Nowadays, in interviews, you will get 3 to 4 questions from this agile methodology. Just remember the terminology. Okay, I will tell you by seeing this picture, I will give you a clear picture in easy way. Okay. So agile methodology means simple. The complete project is divided into pieces. Okay, pieces. For example, I would like to implement an e-commerce application. Okay, so to implement the e-commerce application, first what we have to do? First, we need to see the page and we need to see the categories, right? Different categories. And we need to try to click on that category and we need to buy that item. So in monthly wise, that particular project, small pieces, small features are getting implemented. Okay, that is called agile methodology. So any project, any new project or existing project, any new feature, that will be first come with product owner only. He was the main person, product owner. Okay, once it came into the product owner, what the product owner will do is, he will prioritize the task. For example, client is asking, I need this category, I need this category, I need this category. Okay, 3 categories we said. Out of 3 categories, which is the priority? First one, we need to develop. So the product owner will just note it down, all the priority or important first ones, they will listing out. High priority, second priority, third priority, fourth. He will listing out and he will add it into the Jira board. Even I will show it to you how the Jira board will looks like. Okay. So in the Jira board, what we can do is we can see all the things. Okay. We can see all the things. And in the Jira board, whatever the product owner is prioritize the task, those tasks will be here in the Jira. Next, once task prioritize will happen, next what will happen is sprint planning. Okay, sprint planning means in the sprint planning, developers, automation tester, manual testers, and different all the type of people will involved here. And in the sprint planning, they will decide, okay, yes, performance testers have this much work, automation testers have this much work. You have to complete this work in this sprint. Okay, sprint means simple. In how many days, whatever that piece of code we are trying to deliver into the client, we can call it as a sprint planning. In the sprint planning meeting, all the different kind of teams will be joined, and here we will try to estimate our work and we will try to start the work from the day itself. Okay, so that is called a sprint planning meeting. Once the meeting will happen, what they will do, our manager will assign the task. For example, in the performance testing, you have a 20 scripts. Okay, so 20 scripts, you have 3 people. So 3 people, the manager will distribute the task. Okay, in that task breakout will be there. Right? So once the task breakout is happens, so that is called the sprint backlog. Sprint backlog. Okay, so in the Jira board, our tasks will be assigned. Once the task will be assigned, what we have to do? We need to start working on the task. Right? Again, we will have a daily meetings. Daily, we can call it as a daily stand-up, or we can also call it as a daily meetings, right? So in the daily meetings, we will discuss, okay, I'm able to do the work if I have any issues. So everything we will discuss in the daily call, right? Daily meeting. And once the daily stand-up is completed, what we will do? Just we will try to, yes, in 1 week or in 2 weeks, this much work is completed. That is called done. That discussions will be happens in the daily stand-up. So, in one of the important interview question here is, what is the sprint planning? Sprint planning is usually based on the company. Again, depending on the company, it will be 1 to 2 weeks, 4 weeks. Some companies will be monthly, will be there. Some companies quarterly. Quarterly means once in 3 months. Okay. Some companies every 1 week will be there. It's based on that. So the sprint will be starts with 1 week. Sorry, 2 weeks. Okay. And 1 week also some companies will follow, depending on the company. We can call it as a sprint cycle. Sprint cycle. Okay. So once that our work is completed, okay, so we will have a sprint review meeting. Means whatever the work we are completed, that finished work will be reviewed by the managers or product owners or scrum masters. Okay, our work will be reviewed. If our work is very good, we will get appreciations in the sprint retrospective meetings. Sprint retrospective meetings means what are the work we are completed, any appreciations we got received from the client. All the discussions will be happened in the sprint retrospective meeting. What is the duty of Scrum Master? Scrum Master is developers, testers, functional tester, automation tester, performance tester. Scrum Master is the head. He will follow up how much work is pending, how much work is completed. He will make the progress. That is called the complete agile methodology. Any doubts in the agile methodology, I will show you the Jira board also. So this is what I can call, this is a free. No need to buy or anything. Just if you want, you can also use it. Okay. Just I need to. You can just log in with your email. I will send it just in the internet. If you search with Jira also, it will come. Simple only. Like that, you will get the verification. So you have to verify your email. Once you verify your email, your Jira board is ready. Okay, let me log in with another account. See here. So this is how the Jira board will looks like. Okay. So this is how the Jira board. So here you can see all your complete companies, all the projects, you can see it in the project list. Okay. So dashboards also, you can see all the dashboards here. So what is your team name? You can also search with your team name also. You can easily find out. So the Jira board is looks like this. Okay. If any task or project will assign to you. Let me try to no. Okay. So for example, the manager only creates. You no need to create any task. Remember, for example, create a login script. He will only assign the task for you. You no need to create or you don't need to do anything. Okay. Once your task is created, here your name also you can see. Okay. For example, Vidyashree. So Vidyashree has to create the login script. Okay. So this is in the to do. To do means we have to do the work. Okay. What we have to do is Once we need to start creating the scripting, we need to move this to in progress. Okay, here you can write the comments. For example, let me add it. So like this it will open. So you can write the comments. I have recorded script like this. Basically, this Jira board is used for tracking our work. How much work is completed, how much work is in progress. So it is very easy. Even Scrum Master or anyone product owner also easily can see this. Okay, once the work is completed, we will move it to the done. Okay, so means my script creation was completed. Once the script creation is completed, definitely someone should approve it, right? We need to move for approve. So this work approved or rejected will be depending upon the product owner only. Okay, this is how the Jira board will be looks like. So if you want, let me share the Jira. Okay, so simple here, you can just try to start by 50-day, 30-day free trial. Okay, so just use this. This is the Jira link. So in this Jira means, I hope everyone understand it, right? You can easily track your work. Means what is the work you are done, how much amount of work you are complete. And here only, if you click on these dots, you can see the Confluence. Okay, I will tell you the purpose of Confluence. Simple. You want to save any documents, you can save it here. For example, for script creation. Okay, navigation steps is there, right? Test case creation. For example, login script. This is given by developer. For example, go to Flipkart home. No, all the notes you can store here. Click login. Okay. Once you log in, click on mobile. Log out. So this is the kind of like I can say this is the kind of notes. So what is the things? For example, your developer said this is important. Please store somewhere. By using the Confluence, you can store it. Okay, so it is very easy, simple usage, and it is a cloud. For example, if you store in the MS Word or somewhere, you can lost it, right? By using the Confluence page, you can easily remember and you can easily see. Okay, this is how this is. Even the installation steps, even the any other project locations, everything in our organization, everyone will be documented it and that will be provided to us. Okay, this is the purpose of Confluence. So this Jira and Agile methodology and this Confluence, this is very, very important topics that will be comes in the interviews, and whenever you are entering to the job, so this is very, very regularly usage items. Regularly used items. So at least you need to remember the terminology so that, okay, once in the organization, if they will tell you, oh, okay, this is how the Confluence will be. Okay, so any doubts in the Jira board or Confluence or Agile methodology, Sdlc? Any questions, any doubts?
What is user stories? How we will define the scope?
User stories is same like whatever the in the Jira board, whatever I showed just now. So user stories means the work whatever you want to do. That is called in another language and in another terminology, user stories. You can call it as. Scope means whatever the work that will be assigned to us, we have to do it. That is mandatory. Without fail, we have to do it. If we have any blockage, again, we need to talk to our developer or anyone and we have to clear it. Yeah.
No, sprint is already divided portion of the project, right?
Correct. Again, yes.
So next level of the sprint is user stories.
Yes, correct. Because
The
see,
sprint will be divided into multiple user
multiple
stories.
users, correct. For example, developers has to do developers work only. We are not doing, right? Why? Because our duty is only testing, right? So developers duty is developing the code. So for example, in this sprint, as per the client, we have to develop this much code. Example, you can say, okay, single person cannot develop it, right? Definitely, it will be divided. Work should be divided in the form of user stories. Yes, and we need to update our task, day-to-day task, right? So tomorrow, I would like to explain about if any issue will happen. For example, we are doing our work. Any issue is happens.
I have one question,
Yes,
Vidya.
yes,
Uh,
yes.
so, stories are like comes under Epic, right? Or it can be
Yes,
individual as well.
yes, yes.
So one Epic is for the overall functionality, and then we divide
Yes,
everything into
yes,
user stories, and
correct,
then task, and then subtasks.
correct, correct. In each organization, the terminology will be different. Some organization uses stories, some organization like you said, right? Epic links and Kanban board also some organization they will call it as. It's a depending on the organization to organization, it will be vary. Okay.
So Epic and user stories are different.
No, in the Epic, the user stories are
Epic we
terms.
have a user story. Yes.
Yes. I can say feature. Epic is a feature or functionality.
Feature. Yeah.
Whatever we are going to test. Okay. Yeah. I hope no doubts from your end. So let's just stop the class. So tomorrow, if I go more also, this is the theory part, right? You will feel more. So tomorrow I will show you if any issue will happens. So what is the defect life cycle and we'll move forward. Okay. Thanks, guys. So whoever done the payments, I will give the access. Whoever still not done the payments, please do the payments so that I will